Hey, GI crew, my first console that I ever had was the original Xbox. I then upgraded to the 360, and then my high school income allowed, was very happy with it, despite dealing with 2 red rings of death. The red rings of death. God, that thing was the worst.
Yikes.
I jumped to the PS4 after the dog's breakfast that was the Xbox One launch. I've never heard of
The
dog's breakfast. I love that.
Yeah, it's
good.
However, I'm now seeing how good the services Microsoft are offering and would enjoy a more powerful console than my day one PS4. This is making me really want to trade in my PlayStation and go back to my first love. Aw. I need to help being convinced that I should wait until the new Xbox drops and not buy a new one right now. So he's saying, stop me from buying Xbox One S, maybe let's say, right?
Sure.
So he can wait for the new consoles. Because this is really the crux of the question is that like we're right on there's a change coming.
Yeah.
Am I crazy for even considering buying a new current gen console with the next gen so close?
I feel like
What? Hang on.
I feel like price would be the only thing that would stop you, right? Like, because you can get an One S for $200 right now, something
Yeah.
like that. So if like budget's the only concern, I mean, yeah, go get an S,
Like
but
the Series X is
I want to
going to
interrupt
be
for 1
backward
second.
compatible.
By the way, love the show no matter how long the episodes go for. I'm currently backpacking in Southeast Asia, and one of your last episodes kept me company as I struggled to fall asleep on an overnight train in Vietnam.
Wow.
Wow.
We're doing good
awesome.
work.
Yeah.
All right. Let
I-
no one
I
say
was-
otherwise.
I just want to throw that out there because that's the little bit of color I liked in this
That is
letter that I
Yeah.
think was very so. Thanks, Lackey. And your question is a great one as we kind of near the end. So sorry for the interruption, but I wanted to get.
Speaking of color in the letter, is there something bad about a dog's breakfast? I'm confused because do they have a different breakfast meal that's like perceived as bad?
Would you want to eat a dog's breakfast?
Oh, he's saying that we're eating the dog's breakfast.
He's saying that Xbox ate the dog's breakfast. Microsoft ate the dog's breakfast when it launched. That it wasn't. It
This
wasn't.
is such a weird. Okay, I got it now. Like, okay, they're eating dog food. I got it. Okay.
I like it. I think it's a good.
I
Joe
do
is
too.
on the
I do too.
case.
I've just never heard it before. I
It's a
think
good
it's
turn
really,
of phrase.
I agree. To address the actual question, unless you have cash to burn, just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the easy answer. That's the 1-sentence answer. It's coming soon.
You already have the PlayStation 4, so you have
Access to games, yeah.
you have access to all the great multi-platform games. You have access to all the big PS4 exclusives, which you don't get on Xbox. Xbox doesn't have very many big exclusive titles that you absolutely must check out. And even if they do, when Xbox Series X comes out,
You can
play
play
all of
them.
them
Yeah.
and then get Game Pass then, and you'll get all of them immediately. So wait, 6-7 months.
I agree with both of your takes, but also there's a bit of me that's like a little bit like just follow your passion, and maybe he's played all the PlayStation 4 exclusives already, and like if you got a new Xbox that you could go play some other games on the Xbox and check out the services and play those things and maybe reignite. And also, too, I think it's very important on the console that you play on that your friends are there for the online stuff.
100%.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? If he's got a bunch of old friends that maybe kind of reconnect with, that's a cool thing to do.
Was that mentioned in there?
No, but I'm just kind of
Okay.
I'm trying to bring up points. I'm
All
just
right.
saying that
You
like
assume people have friends,
yeah.
Dan.
I do assume that, but
Okay.
I'm just throwing out other. I'm not really helping with the answer, but I'll say this. Normally, I would say I would follow with you. I'd say no, right? Because it's like, why would you spend? Because I don't think. By the way, this is my own personal taste. I would never buy a used console. I would always buy a new console just because it's a console. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with it.
You get that warranty.
And they
You
do
get the
go
warranty.
wrong. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he mentions the 2 red rings of death. Like I would never recommend that, except in this particular window that we're in. Right? You only if you think you're gonna get the new hardware anyway, probably at the end of 2020. If you found a friend, like some kind of like version of it that you could get, you could take a chance. Right, and
get
go
a
play
Craigslist Xbox?
Yeah, I'm just saying that's the one time. That's the one time. That's
I,
the one thing I just throw out there.
I don't see what
I'm
the
kinda
big
with that.
gain is
That-
for not waiting. If
No, you get to play games.
Yeah,
You get
with
to play
it-
games you
with
want
his
to play.
friends.
Maybe with or without
But,
friends,
like,
but we don't know. But
I wish he would tell. Like, I wish we knew what games he was specifically wanting to play on this. Because if he's like, "Oh, I'm dying to play the new Crackdown," it's like, all right, well then, like, I guess go for it.
But maybe
like,
you'd explore it. Maybe you'd explore it because you don't have Game Pass right now on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Maybe you go on there and maybe you get to go try some things that you wouldn't try. We're probably not helping because we're just throwing out like multiple answers that are both yes and no at the same time.
I'm definitively saying wait.
yeah.
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 Unless money's the issue there. If he just wants something cheap and something he can play now, there are good exclusives on Xbox.
There are.
Yeah.
But also he's saying that he would trade in his PS4 for it, which I think would indicate that he would want to save some money, which you would not do by buying an Xbox now and then maybe in a year or two buying another one.
I don't know. I feel like Andy's right in that this window is so weird to talk about it, though.
Yeah.
Because like normally I would also be in the wait category, but I think in this particular case, because there are going to be there aren't Xbox Series X exclusives.
Yeah.
If you buy an Xbox today, you know that at least for the next year or so after the launch of the Series X, you're going to be able to play the new stuff that comes
We
out.
don't know what
there-
models,
yeah.
though.
There may not be exclusives, but
It-
you know
it-
it's going to run better on
They
them,
might just be
so.
talking
it's gonna
about
run better
Xbox
on
One
it.
X.
It might, but then there's also that immediacy of like there's think of all of the games that we play in the course of 7 to 9 months.
Here's the thing.
Or an edge case,
if this
though.
was like this, if this was like an impulse immediacy thing, he wouldn't have sent us a letter in about it to wait for
Yeah,
this.
that's true.
Yeah,
I get it. I could totally get like all right, I'll just do it on impulse. I'll trade it in. I'll get it now, and I'll play now. I would totally do something like that. But he's taken the time to send us a letter from Southeast Asia to
Being thoughtful.
You're right. It is so weird because like if it were me, if I were in this position, I would wait.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
That's my vote.
I would keep backpacking in Southeast Asia.
Yeah,
That's
that
what I would
sounds-
keep
But
doing.
I can also
Yeah,
understand.
maybe he
sounds
wants
better
to
than
harness the
Crackdown
power
3.
of the X on the backpacking trip.
I
all
can,
right.
I can understand why you would not wait if you're just really anxious to, or like really eager to play some of those Xbox One games.
If-
I don't think that's a bad choice either.
Yeah,
If
I mean,
you
it
can't
goes either
wait.
way. It's a little bit of research before you make that big purchase, which will be the next consoles, which will be more expensive. This is your time to go, maybe I do miss Xbox, and maybe you go check it out and you go, maybe I didn't. And then
Or-
it makes it clear that you want a PlayStation
Yeah,
5.
that's
Or maybe,
true.
there's a lot in this question.
There's a lot of this question, and I agree that both answers have merit, and but like he wants to answer one way or the other, right? So I guess
Yeah.
he's got to lean to one
Why
way.
not do
It
it
does-
in between and wait for the reveals of these consoles and then make an informed decision then?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great
That's more waiting.
Andy,
Yeah,
what's
that's
Okay, here we go.
we're
A
waiting.
dog's breakfast is UK slang. Something or someone that looks extremely untidy or something that is very badly done.
Yeah, right on. Dog's breakfast.
Yeah. What's the gentleman's name who asked the question?
Lachie, Lackey, I believe.
Okay.
Right?
Lackey, if you do get an Xbox, play Sunset Overdrive. That's the only game that matters first. That's my pitch.
The game
That's the
pretty
pitch,
much
all right.
spawned Spider-Man for Insomniac because
Yeah.
they used a lot of the.
I'm also assuming. I
Similar
think
stuff.
I think that's I don't know if that's a he, she, they. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's Lackey.
But thank you, Lackey. That was
Yeah,
great. That was a great.
regardless.
And
We're keeping
and
Lackey up under the stars on that hiking trip. It's great.
the Game Informer podcast is accomplishing its goal when we're putting people to sleep. Did you notice that was the thing? It was a very nice thing. It was like I was struggling to sleep. Your
That-
podcast worked like a
Knocked me
charm.
out,
That
It
was-
put me to sleep so fast.
That's the wrong interpretation.
Oh, is that the wrong interpretation?
He's comforted by being around his friends.
Oh, okay.
Talking
Yeah.
about games.
So we're all right. All
we're
right.
a comforting
We'll take
influence,
that.
okay?
I like that.
Lackey wait.
Yeah. It sounds like the panel's on that thing, but you be you.
Yeah,
you
there's
be
not a
you.
wrong
I don't think
answer.
there's a wrong
Yeah.
answer.
But if he wanted to be you, he wouldn't have sent us the
hey, I think we went through the pros and cons and let them make their own decision. But
Exactly.
we
That sounds
brought
good.
it both. We brought it both.
Yeah.
We brought it both.
Second
and
thought,
all
just
the
pull the
options.
trigger.
Go get a Switch if you're traveling.
There's the answer. Traveling.
Oh, God.
The segment you just watched and hopefully enjoyed was taken from the Game Informer show, brought to you by the editors behind Game Informer magazine. The show releases every Thursday, so we would love it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit us on GameInformer.com to join in the conversation and take part in our GI community. Thanks for watching.